Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Takeaway Table podcast.
We're still not quite sure what to name this, but if you have a suggestion, we love to hear it.
Because for now, our best is Takeaway Table podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Or Table
rough.
Talk. Someone said Table Talk.
Someone, I think it was
randomly.
me.
Yeah, there we go.
Might have been me.
Yeah.
So we just got back from Korea. By the time you're listening to this, actually, it might be literally just when we come back from Korea. We don't know when this is coming out yet. But we are recovering from a 2-week shoot in this part of Korea called Jeonju. And it's kind of like the historical small town vibes.
The tour guide herself said it was the Malacca of Korea. So if you like that kind of vibes, you might want to check out the video, which might or might not already be on our channel by the time this comes up.
Yeah, we're pretty excited to share this one with you guys because we got
literally almost died shooting it.
I don't know about that one.
So long story short, we dressed for spring. It was not the spring weather.
It was not.
You guys will see it when we see it. But today
we are talking about something along the lines of series and movies and stuff like that. What a time to be alive. April is the month of end games.
It all comes down to this.
It all comes down to this. And we're not just talking about the end game of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe for Phase 3. It's also the end game for the Game of Thrones
something that
TV series.
I'd fall under the category of people who have never watched a single episode.
Disgusting. We're going to chat about that later. But just want to say a big thanks to everyone who's joining in the podcast for the first time.
Hello.
You guys are amazing. Thanks for stumbling across this adventure and rabbit hole.
If you are on Spotify or iTunes, you might want to take this chance to, just press that back button and hit the follow on the podcast page. Or if you're on YouTube, hit subscribe.
Do it. Because your life is only going to get better because of this.
Actually, if you guys on YouTube, you guys might be able to see our sick new mics.
Oh man,
just came in. Oh, this is sweet. This is
the end game for us.
Yeah, I think as musicians, these were actually what you wanted to get.
Yes.
But about 10-15 years ago, we never had the moolah.
No way you have this money, dude. No way.
But the podcast is going well, and you guys making it happen.
So just to kind of recap, we're entering the second quarter of 2019.
It is already April.
I can't believe we're already here.
Past mid-April.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that we're here.
Oh my gosh.
How are we feeling about it?
The only thing I'm looking forward to is Endgame at this point.
Okay.
So Shazam just passed.
Okay, so we're gonna explore. Let's set the tone of this podcast episode. What are we talking about? We're talking about series and movies.
Movies.
Yeah, and like what a time to be alive right now.
Right.
Being in the age of superheroes on screen.
It's coming to the culmination of what Marvel set up. And I don't know whether they did it intentionally.
Definitely, dude.
I mean. I think Kevin Feige himself said that they did not expect Kevin Feige said that I don't think they themselves expected Iron Man's success.
No, yeah,
and
definitely.
It's because of that success they built the MCU around it.
Yeah.
And they've done such a great job. I mean, okay, some people are like, Marvel again. No, you guys need to understand this.
Yeah.
They've done an amazing job.
Definitely.
Keeping people entertained for 10 freaking years.
It's almost 11 years nowadays.
And they've made a realm of movies that interlace with each other.
That is... You could only dream of doing something like that.
Yeah, I just want to paint a picture, right? Even Star Wars couldn't do this.
Nope, yeah.
All right? Star Wars had a good trilogy and that's it. 1 to 3 and 6 to 9, please stop. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah.
And that comes from a hardcore Star Wars fan.
So what we are unpacking today is literally, if you're listening to this and you have been swept up in some form or another of movies, if you've noticed in this past 10-15 years, movies have started to become more of a continuing story arc. Right?
Yeah.
Like there are still movies that do the one-off, but people and studios are starting to realize that you're going to make more money with more than just one movie. But the thing is, how do you make a movie and how do you get hooked onto a franchise that's, as successful as Marvel, series as successful as Game of Thrones, right? So that's what we're talking about today.
Is wow.
So if you're a fan of Game of Thrones or a fan of Marvel movies, this one is the podcast for you. If you have friends who are also fans, might want to share this with them before we start going. They can just start anytime, to be honest. Okay, so let's wind the clock back. Let's talk about Marvel Endgame, because by the time this podcast is out, Endgame premieres tomorrow.
should be out already.
Yeah, Endgame should be. No, actually, it's coming out tomorrow.
It's out. It should be out. Wait. Let me go check out.
I think it's out on
the calendar.
22nd or 26th of April.
And hey, this is a great time to also say our podcasts have been on point.
Yes.
Monday Monday plus 8 GMT. It comes out. So if we are playing it right, this should come out on the 22nd.
Yes, and then the Endgame comes out on the 24th.
24th. So 2 days from now, Endgame comes out.
It's this week. If you're listening to this podcast right now, your life is about to enter its final stages.
Okay.
I don't know about that. I can't say that for
If
sure.
you care if you care about Marvel, then it will be entering.
Okay, so let's rewind the clock back. When did Iron Man come out? Iron Man came out.
Oh my god, 2007?
Iron Man came out in 2000 and
2000?
oh my goodness.
2013.
Really?
2000?
No. It can't be.
No,
2008.
2008.
2008.
Close. 2008.
How old were we in 2008?
I was 19 in 2008.
Dude, that is...
You
oh
were
my
16.
gosh, I
You were
was
still in high
16.
school. Yeah. That is insane. That is nuts.
We've seen this character on screen for 10 years. 11 years now.
2007, that's almost 12 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and at that point, MingH was mentioning just now, like nobody expected Iron Man to be a success because let's break it down. MingH and I, we are comic book fans.
MingY is definitely the bigger one though.
I'm definitely but I need to say this because everyone thinks that Marvel ran into this with the best characters.
No.
From the top.
This is okay.
Iron Man was tier B.
I don't think if you are a comic book reader, I don't think you even care about Iron Man.
No, I didn't care about Iron Man.
All right. Basically, in the comic books, people, or when it comes to Marvel, actually don't even talk about Thor.
No, Thor.
People only.
Oh, sorry,
people only care about
three things.
Spider-Man,
Fantastic Four, X-Men.
X-Men.
Those were the three biggest cash cows of the Marvel comic book industry. And because Marvel was doing not very good at that time, they sold off their top
rights.
Yeah, they sold off the rights to three of these
Sony.
to all different sort of studios for them to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
with it.
and we all know what happened with that.
It just went down the drain.
There were so many reboots of Spider-Man.
So
X-Men
many.
was just weird all the way through.
X-Men, there was like one or two really good ones, and then
let's
just like, what's
not
happening?
even talk about Fantastic Four.
Oh my gosh, it hurts me to think about it.
Yeah, so if you want to just like have great geek knowledge at this point, it is true. Iron Man was a hero nobody talked about in the comic books.
Because Iron Man didn't have a good story. He didn't have good. Okay. If you want a good hero, you need to look at their villain gallery.
Yeah.
Right? You need to look at their rogue gallery. And Spider-Man had it. Fantastic Four had it. X-Men had it.
Yeah, Spider-Man has the widest myriad of supervillains.
I would say next to Batman already.
It's quite true, pretty much, yeah.
And at that point, Marvel had very little to go on with, but they took a gamble. And at that time, they threw out a tier B hero, tier 2, right? And it worked.
But why do you think it worked?
I was watching an interview of Joe and Anthony Russo, and they were saying that they watched Jon Favreau's Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
And they felt that when they watched it, they were like, shucks, we've come to a point in superhero movie making that we can now see graphics and human work come together and be like, whoa, it looks real.
So I guess one of the best factors is that CGI technology reached a place where it wasn't cringy.
Yes.
Right? Because like, wow, last time let's just think.
Like, if you think X-Men 1, X-Men 2, it was pretty bad still.
Can you remember Wolverine's claws?
Wow.
I mean, like, only Hugh Jackman can pull it off.
Only Hugh Jackman. Anyone else, like, you see the light refracting off those claws in a funny way.
Right. So Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale were like the Robert Downey Jr.'s of the DC world and the first Marvel movies.
Yes.
But when Robert Downey Jr. came to screen and he embodied what Tony Stark was, plus the fact that technology caught up and you could do amazing things on screen. But also, I would say because Iron Man was such a low tier hero, there was no expectations.
Zero
for him.
expectations. Like no one knew anything about Iron Man besides that he had a suit.
Exactly, and that I think that worked and that kind of worked and allowed the Marvel Studios to tell a whole new story for Iron Man.
Correct.
And people will be like, hey, that's not how it happened. No one said that.
No one said
Because
that.
no one knew squat.
Nobody could say anything.
No one even know who Yinsen in the cave was.
No, man. Yinsen's like,
Who's Yinsen?
Who that be, you know?
I ask you now, who's Yinsen?
Y'all don't even know.
You're crazy and should be watching Iron Man right now again.
So that was the first movie, and then they started to build up. I mean, at the end of Iron Man 1,
blew up.
Samuel L. Jackson comes in and it's like, you think you're the only
that
one?
was insane.
That kind of like, that made me shat my pants.
I think that riled all the comic fans up.
I was not ready to see Nick Fury.
Because everyone just thought, oh, Iron Man. It was an age where Transformers was the thing.
It was an age where nobody had done individual
movie
movies
properly.
that linked together, right?
Yeah.
Because it was just that same movie,
Feige.
1, 2, or 3.
Feige was
a visionary.
He was living in 2018.
That guy was crazy. But that set the stage for what is probably, until today, one of the best superhero adventures arcs that we've seen.
Yeah.
Right? So next week, when this comes out, Marvel ends Phase 3. And Phase 3 spanned across 10, 11, 12 years.
Yeah.
Right? We were so lucky to be part of
1, 2, and 3. Not part of, not
like we weren't in the movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not in the movies.
But
okay,
actually, if you think about it, MingH, we
like, met.
It's so
Phase
crazy.
1.
Like if you think about it, like we were the kids in Phase 1 watching these amazing like superhero movies happen.
Yeah.
In Phase 2 and Phase 3, we got to meet these actors
right
as ourselves.
Yes.
In
we
places around
managed.
the world.
I mean, like we have random videos of us meeting these guys at junkets. So we actually saw
like that's I think
Chris Hemsworth.
That's we've met Chris Hemsworth, Benedict Cumberbatch. We've also met the Netflix side of it, which is Daredevil and Luke Cage and all them. Like we are so blessed. Like a fan's dream come true. That's literally the fan's dream.
Yeah.
But now, as we're entering into
the Endgame.
Okay, this is my prediction. We were talking about it over lunch. I think that Endgame is going to amass the highest box office revenue on its opening weekend.
The signs are
has
good.
To be.
The signs are good. I feel like because I think what triggered everything was Black Panther. So Black Panther that led
cultural
into
movement, guys.
That led into Captain Marvel. They're just setting it up so well now to build a hype up to get Endgame. And oh my gosh, you need to understand like if it was Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, people are coming for Robert Downey Jr., right? But now you have all the heroes, all the fans of all the heroes coming back to one single movie.
Yeah.
Feige is a genius.
Feige's a genius.
The studios, oh my gosh.
The Russo brothers are genius.
They are freaking, and to, let's just, I just want to, I cannot undermine or I cannot underrate what kind of feat these guys have achieved, because directing 3 movies that work on its own is already such a difficult thing.
Yeah.
These guys have pulled off 10 years of movies.
Yeah. And there's an accumulative 21 Marvel Cinematic Universe
and
movies.
Almost all of them worked.
Yeah,
like I would say like the ones that didn't work so well, like the ones that had less hype would be like Ant-Man.
Guardians 2.
Guardians 2 was okay. Ragnarok, Thor 1 and 2
was like kind of rough.
But whatever they did, they got better at it the next time.
Correct.
That was it. And we are now standing at probably the pinnacle of any movie history ever.
Yeah.
Coming to like its first end.
I was reading an article saying that actually the Marvel Cinematic Universe is actually also the reason behind Disney's growing power.
Yeah.
Like Disney bought over Marvel.
They bought everything.
Disney has Star Wars, and I think we've gotten to a point where people are looking at Disney, like 20th Century Fox, and they were like, you know what? Sony was like, you guys know what you're doing. Here's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We still want to own the rights because we want to milk the money.
Right.
But have him in your universe because we don't know what we're doing.
Right.
And if you look at Disney's market share today, they have Disney Plus coming out end of this year. They've got all the big. They got Nat Geo. They've got Star Wars. They got 20th Century Fox. They got Marvel. They have so many houses of media that seriously, like, it's almost scary.
I'm worried for the future of everything else.
I'm worried about the future of my own self
because you know what happens when there's no competition. Things just they don't go so well.
Communism.
I mean, look at the whole Uber pulling out of KL and
I don't know about that one. Yeah, okay. Let's wind it back. How ready are you for the Endgame? How emotionally invested and committed are you to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Quite. I would say that as long as it has anything to do with I think the holy trinity of the first trinity which would be like Iron Man, Captain America
And Thor. Yeah.
I'm pretty invested.
You're pretty invested.
Because like when it came to like, so the whole Hulk thing with, what's that guy's name? The Hulk before...
Edward Norton.
Before Norton. I
Ruffalo,
wasn't that invested into the Hulk, but Mark Ruffalo kind of took it pretty well. So I wasn't invested in the Hulk. I wasn't invested even in, Ant-Man and Thor at first, but I'm pretty psyched up for Endgame or whenever everyone comes together. Because my driving factor is actually I want to see Iron Man's new suits.
That's always...
That's actually like a plus
usual,
point.
Yeah.
But I also want to see what happens with, oh my gosh, ever since Benedict Cumberbatch joined the universe.
Yeah. Doctor Strange
is he alive? I think he died.
He died.
He died by...
In Infinity War, yeah. But we all know he's coming back.
Yeah, because he saw the end.
Here's the problem with news and contracts and movies. It kind of spoils each other because we know that at some point these characters have to die because their contracts end. So that's the bad part about movies.
And then you got the idiot actors who will like leak everything themselves.
Like Mark Ruffalo is amazing at that.
Like the guy, he streamed like half the movie, 10 minutes of the movie.
Okay, so that's Marvel. Like we are so ready and in anticipation for 12 years, 11 years of movies, 21 movies all across the board. And we're so excited for it. I'm so excited for it.
21 movies.
What is next? Is there going... Okay, what do you think that the superhero genre will survive?
Here's the thing, like, everything has a trend, right?
Yeah.
If the superhero genre was to die, I think it would have died 5 years ago. Because if you look at any trend of movies, right, like some people, I think I saw a demographic before, like people like sci-fi for a while, then they like thriller movies for a while, but the superhero genre has just kept going on. But I dare argue it's only Marvel superheroes that are working out.
Yeah.
So, wow, I have this low-key confidence, this underlying confidence that Marvel will do well no matter what they put out. Because they've just proven themselves time and time again that they know how to make great superhero movies. But when it comes to like, will the genre die out? I think it's already died. Marvel has become a genre on its own.
Yes.
I don't think people like watching superhero movies. I think people like watching Marvel movies.
I agree.
Because if you like watching superhero movies, what about DC?
Oh, okay.
Okay, you get what? Right? Like,
that's crazy.
Anyone rooting for Superman versus Batman?
No. No.
Why? But why? Right?
You're right. That's a very good point.
Marvel
has become a genre on its own.
Yeah.
I think that I agree with that point because I think we're gonna go into. I'm gonna be an old man, and Marvel will still put out films.
They will. I think because if you read the comics until today, Marvel has barely touched like 1% of the comics.
Correct.
Right? And they have to like use so little of everything. You're not even talking about new Wolverine or the new X-Men or like the whole like the new new 50 no new 42.
52.
The new 52.
Which is like post it's already on.
Yeah.
So like I think the superhero genre is a bit stale. Like I know a lot of movie makers are like,
again,
everybody just wants to see. No, not really.
Shut up. People just want to see Marvel.
I think people want to be entertained.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right?
Marvel is doing it well. And they deserve people going into the cinema.
I think so too. It's not that we're complete Marvel fanboys. Don't get me wrong. No. I love Marvel.
Hey, to plot this, I actually love DC better.
I love DC stories. Right? Yeah.
But Marvel is making the better movies.
Marvel is making better movies. I'm not like there's no argument about that.
Right. So let's take a leap right now.
Over to DC.
All right. Yeah. Hands down, their storylines are amazing.
If DC could pull off one successful storyline, anything, right?
Damn storyline.
If they do, like, what's your favorite?
Okay, so this is no secret. Favorite heroes from DC, I think from MingY is the Flash.
I like Flash and Batman.
Flash and Batman. Yeah. And both of them have freaking good storylines. Okay? Much better than any Marvel storyline. Because
it's true.
If you think about it, right, Marvel storylines are all the same.
They all have to have... See, everyone thinks... Okay, so here's... Like, really? Right. The only storyline from these 20 years has been Thanos and the stones.
They've all been going to Thanos.
Just one, right?
Yeah. And that's actually all Marvel has. Think about it.
Like
think
Secret Invasion.
Think about the collaborative storylines, and it's not that great. Even Thanos is just like, oh, okay.
Actually, no, hold on. We cannot say it's not that great. There are actually some really good stories, but they always reside with the X-Men.
It's the same thing.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. But okay. Here's the best part. And the biggest question, why in the world DC isn't working out? Have you seen the Flash? Okay, we're gonna take a jump into DC World and the TV series, right? The Flash TV series.
It's amazing first and
It
second
started
season.
out amazing and it just went to shit.
I don't know what's happening right now.
What the heck? Same with Arrow.
Arrow is killing me at this point.
Came out like it was so promising,
Yeah.
and then after that it just fizzled out.
Yeah.
But if you really read the comics, right? Okay, personally, this hurts to say. I love the Green Lantern storyline,
Yeah.
but have you seen the movies?
Even Ryan Reynolds just
Help
owns it, man.
me, the movies, I cannot. The movies are so bad.
Yeah.
But Green Lantern personally has one of the best.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Lantern
Collaborative
War? Yeah.
storyline. If you guys read DC Comics, my favorite storyline from the Green Lantern is quite a big one. It's called The Darkest Night and the Brightest Day. That storyline
That's the
spans
Lantern
across.
War. It's crazy, yeah.
It spans across the whole DC universe.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is nuts.
Yeah, so I think some of the most memorable DC plots and story arcs are like Flashpoint, there's like Darkest Night, there's also Court of Owls for Batman, House of L for Superman, there's Justice League Dark. There's so many big stories.
Right.
That if DC could pull off one
Just
of it,
one lah.
they'd be back
But
in
you
the
see,
green.
they have the hard part for DC is also they have not done what Marvel has done. Marvel has already laid down 10 years that they can pull off an arc like this.
DC tried the reverse with Justice League, right? They're like,
just-
you know what, we're going to put everyone together and then do individual stories. But nobody cares.
Because you've not built a relationship for the heroes.
Yes, correct.
Oh my gosh. Just guys, how hard is it to just do, oh my gosh. The stories are written for you all.
The stories
in
are
DC.
written for you. Just do one good one, you know?
I mean, okay, MingY's Batman storyline, oh my gosh, there's so many worlds of Batman that coincide with the Flash.
Correct.
Because if you guys know, like the series took on the story, Flashpoint, the
Yeah.
Flashpoint Paradox. That is such a great story. That whole thing. Why?
It makes me cry every time.
Why
It's so
can't
good.
they just follow the script?
I don't know. I really don't know. But okay, let's
Help me
wind the
lah.
clock back a little bit and just kind of like wrap up our thoughts on ending
Marvel?
phase 3. Yeah.
Endgame is something that I think the whole world is looking for at this point. They have managed to capture so strategically every kind of superhero audience there is.
Yep.
The funny kind, the serious kind, the dark kind, the bright side kind, people who are just watching for their kids. Everyone has a piece of pie in the Marvel pie.
That is the best way to put it.
And Endgame is like the potluck pie.
I don't know what my life is going to be after Endgame.
I know. Just
Because,
rewatching everything again.
Like everyone is saying that who is the next big bad? I have a feeling that Marvel's not going to do a big bad right away. There will be like Secret Invasion or like it could be Galactus or someone really big like Dormammu.
Right,
But
right.
I feel that they want to play it normal after this.
Okay, so let's move into how about how I say, let's do some really far-fetched predictions.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Next arc.
Next
of
up.
Marvel.
So spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Captain Marvel, I'm going to spoil it for you right now. I'm
if
so
you've
sorry,
not watched
I have to.
Captain
It's
Marvel,
on you.
what do you, guys? Endgame is coming out in 2
Correct.
days, and you
Get
watch.
your life together,
okay,
man.
Let's go.
I'm really I can't say I'm a big fan of what they did with the Skrulls in Captain Marvel.
it was too
Because
cheap. They made
it's-
they make them look really weak.
Yeah, because the Skrulls are actually one of the best bad guys in the Marvel universe. But
Jude Law.
I'm hoping that the Skrulls, there are like good ones and there are really, really bad ones. Because I want to see Secret Invasion happen
Right.
in the Marvel universe.
Right.
So
Can you
that's
just give
one
a
of it.
brief
So the
logline for
Secret
Secret
Invasion,
Invasion?
Secret Invasion is basically the story arc where people realize that there have been aliens, these
Living-
Skrulls,
yeah.
shape-shifting Skrulls, that have been impersonating members of the public
Right.
for the longest time. So
Exactly.
other heroes, some of the government people,
Right.
there's been so many aliens living among them.
And technically, because Captain Marvel was revealed,
Yeah.
these Skrulls have been all kind of triggered already. So,
So,
is that a setup for Secret Invasion?
I feel like you have to do Secret Invasion if you reveal Skrulls.
Yeah. Are you worried about Captain Marvel though?
Captain Marvel is so powerful, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Like, thank God they only revealed her now.
Yeah.
There will be no use to
No
make
use.
any movies.
Like, there
already
wouldn't
after
have been Age of Ultron or anything.
this. Like, yeah.
Second prediction, I'm guessing Galactus.
Oh my Lord.
Now that they have 20th Century Fox again, Galactus,
Yeah.
Doctor Doom, they're back in the fray.
They need a hero that can rival Captain Marvel at this point.
Yeah.
There's no one.
No one close.
Who is Thanos to Captain Marvel?
Actually,
Like,
yeah, they're on par with the stones. I don't know, but
but that was my prediction. I think Spider-Man is definitely coming back.
Simon is back. Yeah,
And the whole myriad of X-Men. But unfortunately, there's just
so
no Hugh Jackman.
if X-Men comes back and they reboot that stuff, and then they do House of M where Magneto is the new god, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna crap my pants. I want to switch gears right now and quickly talk about another huge,
monumental
piece of work that is coming to an end. It's already started April.
Yeah,
Game of Thrones, the final season.
So, just quick disclaimer: I've not watched a single episode. I am the demographic.
Okay, we need to talk about that.
Okay.
All right. So I discovered the Game of Thrones back in I want to say 2011 when I was in England, and my housemate he used to read all the books. He was like, "You need to watch this." I watched the first few episodes. I got to episode 5. Something happened. All of you who watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. Episode 5, episode 6. Something happens to Mr. Sean Bean, and I was stuck. I was locked in, and I've been watching ever since.
Oof. I guess I just never got locked in.
You didn't get to that
because I was just watching everything else.
You were what? Yeah,
maybe at that time because I just had no interest in like dragons and stuff. I feel like my genre is different. You know, I heard great things about it. It's just like all I heard was like a lot of nudity and a lot of blood.
There is a interesting amount of nudity and blood, but I need to say that this is probably the biggest. It's historical at a level of which TV is being produced.
Because I think this is something I do know. The budget for this series is like movie level and beyond. Yes. Like I think these guys are on par with Marvel movies.
So on winteriscoming.net, all right. These guys.
What is this? Winteriscoming.net.
Yeah. Okay,
let me check this out.
We're in season 8, but on season 6, right? HBO was spending an average of in USD per episode of like about an hour, 10 million USD per episode.
How many episodes do they have in the season?
Season 6, I think there was about 8 to 10 episodes.
What the heck?
That is, you know, how much money is that, dude? Like 10 million USD is a budget for a movie.
What the heck?
Like that's how much we're talking about. Like it has gotten that much in terms of fan base, in terms of people who want to buy in. That's crazy.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick search up on Marvel. Okay, so that's oh my lord, that is 10 million per episode.
10 million per episode.
So per season, where there's like 12 episodes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's more than that, lah. So season 6 had approximately. Oh, okay. I'm struggling with this one. Give me a sec, guys. There were 10 episodes in season 6, so that's 100 million USD averagely.
Okay. All right. So let me get a standalone movie for Marvel. Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's going to be so high, dude.
170 million.
For one movie?
For one movie. That's crazy. That's like almost a season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that is.
So 10 million per episode.
Okay, you can't. Let's think of another historical TV series that we can think of.
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
That is,
I love that show.
To date, the longest running CW series.
Okay.
Yeah, that predates the studio.
Back in 2005, when the show premiered, the budget for Supernatural was only $20,000 for the whole season.
$20,000?
That's $9,000 per episode.
How do you pull something like that off?
I'm surprised they did it. But that was how much... Like, that was the amounts of money that you would see for a normal TV
They were freaking
series.
geniuses then. Because they did, like, supernatural stuff, you know.
Costumes and everything. But okay, no. 10 million USD per episode. You gotta understand that what you're watching isn't just a normal soap opera, man. I mean, Game of Thrones is, when it comes to the drama and the plot twist, these guys have mastered the art of, whoa, didn't see that coming, help me, he did. Like, that is, like, if you ask any Game of Thrones fan, we have been desensitized and we have been emotionally hurt and abused. Yeah. When it comes to loving a character.
Right, I feel like what really stood out on Game of Thrones is the fact that the writer did not give a care in the world about his characters.
That's right.
And that to be argued with like Tolkien or like C.S. Lewis.
Yes.
They actually love their main characters.
Yes, they do.
So the main characters actually last till the end.
I give you an example, right? Like in season 3 of Game of Thrones, I'm talking about the series, not the book. in season 3, like they built up this amazing love for one of the characters, right? Like we were rooting for him to be king. We were like, this is my hero. I'm gonna love him.
Who this?
His name is Robb Stark.
Okay.
He's one of the older Stark sons. He is the older Stark son.
Okay.
We loved him. He, to us, was the new king.
Okay.
They freaking killed him mid-season. And this episode called The Red Wedding. I
know that. Okay, that's the only episode of Game of Thrones I know.
The Red Wedding.
Yeah. And that got to me. That is a crazy episode.
That's a crazy episode.
I just remember the stabbing of the pregnant woman and I'm out, man. That got to me real bad. Okay.
Game of Thrones is so complex that you need to understand that the minute you love a character,
you should
he or
not.
she is good as they is.
Oh my gosh. But I think in a way, RR, what's his name?
Martin,
George
R. Martin.
Mr. Martin.
Yeah.
He is also using a Marvel technique because I know that there are characters who have died and came back. So technically, the genius behind him is Marvel compared to GOT. Marvel already had the scripts. The storylines were already flashed out. This guy is writing as it goes along,
Yeah.
That's the power he has.
I think the crazy part here was that HBO was doing it so well that they were like, look, George, you're not writing fast enough.
And he's like, okay.
And he was like, you know what? You're right.
I'm not gonna
this is what we're
cook
gonna
stuff
do
up right now.
I'm gonna cook this as fast as I can. But it's gotten to the point where now his books have taken a different turn already. So right where we are in season 8, the books aren't even there, and it's a completely different story to where we are now. So that's what happens when you give a TV show power.
Right.
Or it's just a HBO thing.
I think Martin's okay with that.
He's okay because it's more money for him.
I mean, come on, think about it. He don't even care about the characters in his book. You think he care about what happens?
I'm surely sure he cares. But okay, so if you're looking at TV history, right? You think about series that have had a lasting impact on people.
Yeah. Why is this monumental?
Why? Okay, so if you look at like Friends, right? A lot of people our age and older,
it's the culture
Friends.
Of the generation.
It's How I Met Your Mother, Big Bang Theory, these memorable TV series that always have an emotional impact on your life.
They become the signature of the generation.
But Game of Thrones, man,
that is the generation of 2010
onwards.
Game of Thrones.
It's the highlight. I think personally, okay, I'm not personally, I really believe that Game of Thrones is what is the highest point of TV ever. I don't think there's not been a production on TV that has gotten to this level, and I don't think there will be for a while. I know that Amazon has ordered a Lord of the Rings TV series. I'm pretty sure they've got a lot of money as well, but I don't know if it's gonna be as crazy as Game of Thrones. I'm sure it will be.
But I think why Game of Thrones worked is because Lord of the Rings was written as a huge novel.
Yes.
Like a very huge novel. But along the way, Martin realized that he was writing for a series.
Yes.
And I think that's why he was
made it more dramatic.
Yeah, he was able to like, you know what, I know I'm writing per episode.
Yeah.
I know there's going to be one every week. Compared to like Tolkien, someone who's like one every how many years.
Yeah.
I think that's why it worked. Because there's this new relationship between a book writer and a studio making his episodes.
Okay.
And the ability to have a set, which I would say also worked for Harry Potter.
Yes.
They already had the setup.
Yes.
They already put in the money to set up everything that they needed. That's why they could continue executing something and not like rebuild everything again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
That's why they can pull off such amazing visuals and oh my gosh, like you're literally watching a Lord of the Rings movie every episode.
Yes, it's true. And in this final season, there are talks about episodes being 2 hours long, which is literally a movie.
Which is what Marvel is doing as well.
Which is Marvel. Yeah.
Endgame is apparently 3 hours long.
I'm so excited. I don't know how I'm not gonna pee.
Like I don't know why they bother telling the audience like I'm so sorry guys, it's a very long. Do you guys mind if an episode?
Saying sorry?
Just shut up. We will watch.
Okay, let's talk about why people are up in arms about Game of Thrones being on both sides, watchers and non-watchers. So so I'm a fan. I'm a watcher. You're not at all.
It's not that I'm not a fan. It's just that I think I've got to a point where I see this mountain of content in front of me, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know whether I can commit these hours.
Okay, so I remember us having this conversation way back when Breaking Bad was out.
Right.
And you loved Breaking Bad.
Yeah. But the thing was, I watched Breaking Bad as it came out.
Yeah. And I never jumped on it because I never saw the appeal until you told me one day you're like. After the whole series was done, you said, MingY, you need to watch Breaking Bad. If not, you're missing out on life. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to watch it.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, how
Breaking
am I
Bad
watching
was
this?
like one of my signature dramas series. Sorry.
And
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is Breaking Bad right now.
Oh boy.
And here's the crazy part. Yeah, there's a lot of seasons, but
Right.
okay, I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to go into spoiler culture and also expectancy every week.
Okay.
We're getting to a point where I think part of the fun of watching Game of Thrones. This is just me. I know a lot of people who just want to watch it after it's done. I feel that the excitement comes when
Waiting for an episode.
Yeah, waiting for an episode.
Yeah. That's definitely the pull of an episode.
I think like there's so much to speculate. Like everyone, like the minute the episode ends, you go online. There's theories.
Kevin, I gotta talk to you about this.
There's so much that people talk about online, but there's also idiots who absolutely destroy the experience. For
I can't stand the idiots. I'm not even part of the hype, right? But
Yeah.
I cannot stand the idiots who talk about spoiling stuff so much. But the minute they get triggered on something, in the middle of watching the episode, they post on Facebook. Like, why would you do that? You hate spoilers, but you're a spoiler.
Don't be a nutsack, lah. Basically,
Such a toxic audience. I tell you.
Kill themselves. Okay, don't kill yourself.
No.
It's bad. It's bad watching viewing culture.
Right.
So, this is my proposition to you.
Right. I might watch it one day.
No, you gotta watch it now.
But I think it falls back to the point where it's genre.
It is okay.
It is genre. Like I personally, for example, I don't like horror.
Okay.
So we don't watch horror movies.
Besides Supernatural. Yeah.
And really, like, if I really thought about it, I didn't even really like Tolkien that much. I love the storylines. And I watched it because...
But you didn't like the setting?
Because mom kind of like, wow, this is like... and I loved it. But I'm not a fan of medieval stuff.
Okay. I'm not a fan of like Victorian era stuff.
Yeah.
So I like medieval.
So that's why I don't like lean toward Game of Thrones.
But you have you realize that you will have to watch it, right?
One day when I have how many hours? You just tell me.
It's
total
not that
of
long,
hours.
It gets lesser and lesser.
Okay, one day I will reach a point where I will.
I really hope that day is like tonight or something.
Oh my god!
There's so much to be a part of, man. I feel like you could still watch and get caught up with everything by the time this season ends.
Oh my god!
You just got to start, man.
I will try my best, but I can't promise anything right at this point.
Okay, fine. Yeah. For everyone who is a Game of Thrones fan, let us know what your favorite moments were, and tell us also what you hate about Game of Thrones.
Actually,
if you're not a fan.
roll call, and anyone who's actually not even watched a single episode, i.e. myself.
Yeah.
How many of you are there?
No, but here's the thing. A lot of people are proud that they don't watch Game of Thrones.
Okay, look, here's the thing. I'm not proud that I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I'm just like, I have never watched Game of Thrones. But why are some people like, yeah, we are the rebellion. Yeah, you can just go kill yourselves.
Like,
why?
And then there are people who don't even watch a single Marvel movie.
Actually, that one is the most peculiar.
Like, there's nothing to be proud about.
What did Marvel do to you?
Yeah,
like, did they spoil your childhood?
So okay. This is my take on hipsters, on media hipsters, right? Like there are people who intentionally don't want to be a part of this hype train or trend or wave because they feel that not watching it, not partaking of this media makes them more elite. Here's the thing. You're not... How do I say this? It doesn't make you better. It doesn't make you worse. If anything, you are more relatable to everyone else.
Right.
You are enjoying something that's happening in our age at the same time where everyone else is. And you can have so much conversations about that. And I feel that is the biggest part of enjoying movies and series together.
You can talk about something.
You can talk about it.
Hey, think about it. Marvel is like once every other year.
Yeah, man.
Is it that hard of a time commitment? Like, okay, if you want to talk to me like, okay, time commitment, I actually would say Game of Thrones is a time commitment.
It is.
Because
you've not watched it.
Because I've not watched an episode from season 1.
Yeah.
The time commitment is monumental.
It might take you like a week.
Yeah. So like for me, where I'm very used to watching an episode which is like 20 minutes or 40 minutes, I know a Game of Thrones episode is like 1 hour plus. Okay?
1 hour,
like, oh my lord, I'm really doing the math. But yes, it's a conversation.
It's something that I really feel that people need to be open to like watching stuff, right?
Yeah.
Not just you give the studios money and everything, but that's where we are now, and that's how people's work are in these movies and series as well. So you got to support it, man.
Support the right thing. Support good content. Yeah, I feel. And Marvel is at that point where they are like giants already. So, you know, do we support them? Do we not support them? To be honest, they've already got us in their pockets.
They know, they do, man.
Yeah, but I
like,
think
are you subscribing to Disney Plus? I sure am.
There's no question about this.
No question.
I mean, like, you're pulling it off Netflix. I'm so sorry, Netflix, but I need to show my kids the good deal, you know?
It's true.
But Game of Thrones and stuff, I feel that these guys put the work in, like even Sherlock. That kind of series. They really put effort and work into it. That TV series are now progressing to a place where they can have an hour-long episode plus. That is good.
Did you know that Emilia Clarke had like brain cancer when she was filming Game of Thrones?
Yeah. I read the article.
That's crazy.
I think
the
commitment. She had aneurysms. I think.
Sorry.
Aneurysms, not brain cancer.
It was really
That's crazy.
bad because she went for surgery and she went to shoot the next day.
Yeah.
That is commitment at its finest, man.
But I feel that made her character strong as well.
It did.
Like it gave her a different kind of feel.
She looked like she was in pain in certain episodes. Maybe now we know why.
Maybe that's why she was so good.
She's such a great actress.
You need brain aneurysms? I don't know.
No, nobody should. Yeah, no. But
I don't know.
Just to wrap this up, what are your thoughts on where we are in our lives, right?
Right.
Watching media.
And also not just Marvel, right? What's next after Game of Thrones?
What's next after Game of Thrones? I know they're making a prequel.
It's not good.
It's gonna be great because people are just gonna hop on it. But
milking the franchise.
But what else after?
What is the next big thing?
What's the next big
What's after superheroes and what's after dragons? What is the next genre? Are we going back to a sci-fi era with Star Trek and stuff, or like Back to the Future? God forbid they do a reboot of Back to the Future.
I'm just gonna prepare you right now. I think it's gonna happen.
God forbid. These are my words. You cannot improve on perfection.
You can't.
Okay,
take it easy.
Back to the Future. I'm out for you.
Okay.
I will find you.
Okay.
And I will destroy everything you wanted to build.
Okay.
Why would you do this to Back to the Future?
I don't know, but I feel like someone might be doing it.
Oh my god!
Just take it easy. Just take it easy, dude.
Have you seen what they did to Death Note?
I try not to.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
But for everyone who has been along, thanks for listening into this podcast. I know it's been pretty crazy, just kind of like recounting.
This is a really geek episode.
This is a geek episode.
Yeah.
Like if like two guys recounting where Marvel has been, where Game of Thrones have been, where TV has been, and movies has been in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
We are in. I want to say this is as good as it gets, man.
We are in a golden era of content.
I have to say, like, because we saw what television was 10 years ago.
Yes, trash.
And to be where we are now,
gold.
It is a dream.
There is no to have a same feat as Endgame would require another decade, and I think everyone needs to realize this. To have the same feat as Game of Thrones will require another decade.
And at that time, maybe people are already jaded; they don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
So we got to experience it firsthand.
Everyone listening right now.
Yeah.
You need to realize you are part of history right now.
Legit.
You are living in an era of gold content history.
That's right.
Where content is so easily attainable. Not just movies. Like we haven't even touched Daredevil.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We've not even touched things like that.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, John Wick. I already know if you guys want to hear more about movies and
let us know, because we
love
love talking about movies and series. But we'll save that for another time. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Let us know what you think about your thoughts on Endgame, on Marvel's amazing history, on Game of Thrones. Let us know what you think send us a message on Instagram, tag us in your stories if you're listening to this with a friend, and we will see you in the next one. Enjoy Endgame.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts. Please tag us up.
Don't spoil it, I'll beat you.
I will
legit beat you.
Just don't watch movies or series. Yeah. See you guys next time.
Bye. Bye-bye.